looking at the oldest surviving fencing manual in existence. This mysterious manuscript goes by many names. 133 because that's its catalog number at the Royal Armouries. I.33 if you don't know that I is a Roman numeral 1. The Tower Fechtbuch because it used to be held in the Tower of London. Ludiger Fechtbuch because the primary author may have been a cleric named Ludiger. Liber de Arte Demarcatoria because reasons. And my favorite, the Walpurgis Fechtbuch because of the woman named Walpurgis who appears at the end of the book to demonstrate some plays. The manuscript describes a sophisticated system of fencing with sword and buckler. In this system there are a number of guards, wards, or in Latin, custodia. The book proceeds very logically from the first ward, and then it goes to the second, and so on. 7 guards should begin with underarm. The second is given to the right shoulder. The third to the left. Give the fourth to the head. Give the fifth to the right side. Give the sixth to the chest. Finally, you should have Longpoint. These wards are attacked with sieges, besiegements, or in Latin, obsessio. We'll only need to worry about one obsessio for this video, the one called half shield, or in German, Halbschild. But all of a sudden, about 2/3 of the way through the book, we get this ward. It must be important because it occurs multiple times throughout the book, but what is it? We went to SoCal Swordfight, one of the largest HEMA events in the United States, and asked some HEMA luminaries what they think.
Hi, I'm Matt Arcade, and today we're going to learn about Priest's Special Longpoint. What is it? Let's find out together. Come along, won't you?
And how do you do Priest's Special Longpoint?
Well, let's take a look.
All right.
Priest's Special Longpoint is one of the things that I'm still confused about.
Priest's Special Longpoint is Longpoint, which is a siege. It is not a ward, it's not a static position, it's something I move through, into and out of very quickly. It's a modified version of Longpoint, obviously.
First of all, there's what do they call Longpoint in the system? This is Longpoint, this is Longpoint, this is Longpoint. I've got myself extended, I'm in Longpoint.
I see it as the end point, because we're talking about Priest's Longpoint, as the end point from, say, not a ward that you're coming in from, but maybe perhaps the end point of, say, some type of attack, like, a downward attack, like an overhouse.
What do you think Priest's Special Longpoint is?
I keep it simple. It's just Vexel.
Thanks so much.
For those of you wondering, Vexel means the change, and it's the end point of a cut.
And if we were going to try to look just like the manual, it would look like this. Which I can't get my elbow to do this very effectively, and I don't try to fight like this. Instead, I try to relax my arm a little bit. I think it's just a little bit more dry in interpretation. So I think it's fine to have it up or here. Either one, depending on what you're trying to do, right? If I'm trying to lead with this edge, maybe I want this edge up.
For me, a lot of it is sort of presenting the opening, the sword is in front, and the hand is kind of, I know that it kind of looks like this, right? But my hand is sort of in this area.
So, you have your short edge forward.
Yep.
You have your arm bent. That does look like the picture. So you have your long edge down.
Long edge is up.
Long edge is up.
Long edge
yes.
is up.
Long edge is
Hands
up.
out here.
His long edge is down-ish. It's almost horizontal. Okay, almost horizontal with your thumb on the top.
And my thumb is,
Either or?
I will use either one.
I try and just focus on the simple parts when I can make work.
Now your buckler is in front of your hand, yes?
Yeah, that's kind of a habit I have for 133, is that I always have my buckler protecting my sword handle.
Sure.
So, I know these illustrations shows it more like this, but see, that exposes my hand.
Sure.
So I have a tendency to hold it like that, so I'm still covered.
To my side, like where the buckler wasn't here, it's not covering my hand so much. So in this case,
you're saying not covering it?
Not according to the manual.
Alex has got his buckler sort of retracted. Would you say that's?
Yep, it's definitely not out.
It's definitely not out. And then your buckler is completely retreated.
Yes.
So not even here, just on your hip.
Buckler reserved as opposed to out, because it's shown reserved in the picture.
Okay. And you have your buckler all the way back here, completely out of the picture.
It doesn't matter. I'm not presenting this forward. It is not part of this engagement at all. It can be behind my back.
I try and just focus on the simple parts when I can make work.
So if you were going to come with an attack, right, we still want to clear the line. So a lot of this here is chambering to be able to clear the line here. I have total structural integrity. I have my cross, is protecting my hand. My elbow and my forearm are structurally aligned with this point. Now I'm in long point.
And that's why it's pretty special Longpoint?
Right. So, it's moved the sword out of the way. The buckler is out of the way. Now, here's the opening you want. Or thrust.
Right? And as I come out, this swings out. I can go this way, I can turn this way. This hand is covering depending what you're doing. I can easily come up this way or
And your intention is to strike with the short edge?
I'm not striking, I'm getting it out. It's long point. Come out here. That's gonna get you into something here. If you do nothing, I just stab you. If you do that, there's all kinds of stuff I can do.
If I have my sword away from you, I don't want to be close to you. So I want to be further away from you. And I want to use a blow to enter. And I'm going to probably come from this side, right? So a rising blow.
Now, is that falling under the sword and shield, would you say?
Could be.
Okay. We should mention that falling under is an important way to counter that half-shield siege we mentioned earlier.
133 is a proto-rapier, where this is my complex hilt, where it's not attached to this hand. My sword's shorter, obviously, so I'm working through, but my primary attacking is stabbing the center. I don't do a whole lot of cuts, because these swords don't recover from cuts very well. I be here, and then the important part is I don't drive this up. I'm driving this out and around. And this matters because if he's taking a cut and I drive this up, he's gonna come through, hit things, and I'm not gonna catch as well because I'm fighting upward. But with my siege, as I step, I bring this out here. Now I've closed all that distance without giving me a target to work against.
So what I think this is an invitation. Look, I have a big opening in my head. He assumes half shield or whatever he's gonna do. Maybe I do this movement here.
It presents a target, but at range.
This is a guard of provocation.
Right.
Giving me your elbow, you're saying?
Yeah, so I mean, it's not so much like, hey, hit my elbow, but it is an open guard, right? It's not a closed guard like half shield. It's an open guard where I've presented my space in front of you, but I need to make sure I'm at range, so if you come to attack me, then I can make a crossing, or I can make a strike.
And I try and just focus on the simple parts, what I can make work.
So, who was right? Is Priest's Special Longpoint an obsessio? A ward? Is it both in the same way that Longpoint is both? Do we cut into half shield when we fall under, or go to Longpoint? Short story long, we're not sure. Try it for yourself. Read the manuscript. Let us know. Thanks again to all the instructors and everyone who helped put this video together. This is usually the part of the video where they're like, smash that like button and be sure to subscribe or whatever. But I don't care, I've got a job. Okay, bye. If you want to know more, come check out any of the schools mentioned in this video. Links are in the description.